Uranus, who is the great awakener. This is how I want you to hold this energy. So the great awakener has arrived, just transiting from 29 degrees Taurus, which is where the Pleiades are, exactly opposite of the cosmic center, the galaxy center, the center of our Milky Way galaxy. It's directly opposite where the Pleiades is. The Pleiades brings those seeds and pours them into humanity. Okay? And right now, the Great Awakener has arrived right there, 29 degrees. And now we're bringing this and we're planting seeds into 0 degrees Gemini. We just moved into right now. Uranus is at 0 degrees of Gemini. I'm going to come back to that cycle because now I have to back up. I told you it wasn't going to be linear. I have to back up to this is a big reflection. I'm going to back up to the beginning of the year 2026 began with Saturn and Neptune going from 29 degrees Pisces to 29 degrees 0 degrees Aries. Now Saturn and Neptune, Saturn is the builder. He's the architect. He gives form. He gives form and structure. Neptune, it's like me, head in the ozone. Neptune is the very ethereal world. So that's our hopes and our dreams and our wishes and the higher purposes that we can't quite grasp. And so Saturn is giving structure to those. So we've planted seeds. Those seeds have been planted. And again, Neptune rules Pisces. So this is extremely powerful because we're really going back to the original sun and bringing some of those original light seeds. And that's what we're planting for humanity's evolution. Okay. Astrologers have looked back as far as computers can take them. It's never happened before. And they've looked forward and they don't find it again as far as their computers can take them. This is a one moment in humanity. So it's so important. That's why I had to be here. Okay. So our seed form is deeply rooted in the past of our ancestors. And so now we're talking our primordial ancestors are part of this seeding cycle. Okay. And then when we got to April and we had all of the planets were coming over this point. Okay. So I'm going to kind of go out of the astrology and give you a little story so you can kind of hang on to this stuff as I'm talking about it. And it's not so technical. Let's say right here where we are today that let's say it's your birthday and you're going to have a birthday party. Okay. So what happened in January when 2026 started is you got pregnant. Okay. And then when you come forth and you get to April and you have all of those planets that were in Aries, well, that's all your baby is growing, right? It's like you don't have to tell the baby how to grow. You're just providing and nurturing all the different things that will nurture that baby. So that's April. And now we're at May where Uranus is going from 29 degrees Taurus from the Pleiades to 0 degrees in Gemini of the becoming, of the expressing of, okay. And so this is your birthday. You're going to have a birthday party. And I want to demonstrate how your future plays a role as much as your past plays a role in your current manifestations. Okay? So you're pregnant and it's your birthday, you're going to throw yourself a birthday party. You know you're pregnant. Other people might not. Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay? So you know who you want to invite because you know who you want to know about your pregnancy. You are going to make a list of gifts. If you were not pregnant, you would be asked different gifts, right? So your future is influencing your current decisions as much as your past. 'Cause you're pregnant, but you know you don't have what you need 'cause you're newly pregnant, right? And let's say you bought a house. So you're pregnant and you're living in an apartment, you know you're going to move into it. So this is guiding all of the gifts that you're going to ask your friends. Well, then Gemini comes, you send those invitations out. You get all interconnected. That's Gemini, the interconnections. Okay, so you're going to be nurturing all of these interconnections so you can plant the seeds that you want. Okay, so where we are right now, the birthday party is yesterday, Friday, May 22nd. The sun was exactly conjunct Sedna. And last, when we were talking about the stories, and they said if you travel outside of the zodiac, you get to the primordial ancestors, the constellations. They're there. We still okay. So, and it's like when comets come in, or Three Eye Atlas, and all of these kind of they're ambassadors bringing those frequencies to our planet. And you did that beautiful visualization of how it comes into your body. You pull it up from Pachamama and you pull it down, and just weave it together in your solar plexus and just goes throughout your body. Okay, that's where we are in humanity's journey. Okay, so Sedna is a planetary body that has an, an 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 orbit of a cycle of 11,400 years. Okay, so it's really, really big that she's here right next to our sun right now with all of this stuff happening. So that was yesterday at 0 degrees Gemini. Today we're in the in between, and tomorrow we're at 0 with Uranus. Sedna will be conjunct with Uranus. So the primordial goddess has now touched our sun, given us a day to assimilate, and tomorrow conjunct the Awakener. So we are very literally, in a physiological sense, rewriting our DNA right now.